Hey, how's it going? It's Dr. E with Modern Manual Therapy and Modern Self-Rehab. That's one of our new brands. It was formerly Physio Answers. So as a TMD or TMJ specialist, one of the questions I often get asked is, how do I self-treat or how do I manage TMD, temporomandibular joint dysfunction, on my own? A lot of people want treatments, they want stretches, they want exercises, but in this video I just want to talk about 3 simple things that you can do to desensitize the area. Pain is really about sensitivity, and it's not often related to a structural problem, arthritis, disc being out of place in the case of a TMJ. You can have a click that's completely pain-free, and I don't want anyone to tell you that a completely pain-free click is a problem. If you have full function, you can eat and speak and do whatever you want to do in your daily activity. That is not so much of an issue any more than a clicking shoulder is for an athlete who can work out or perform their sport fully. So the first thing you can do to desensitize the TMJ is to just avoid unilateral or one-sided weight bearing. Often people, when they're thinking, do this, or they're just kind of typing at their computer, and this TMJ, this joint is not a weight-bearing joint, okay? So one of the things that sensitizes it, it doesn't really cause damage, but once it's already irritated and sensitive, this would, or the weight bearing would sensitize it. Think of it as like a sprained ankle. You need to stay off of it for a week or 2. You want to avoid this habit. So a habit is not easy to break, and one of the things that you can just modify is, instead of weight bearing like this, you're just going to place your hand on the side of your head. That way you can still kind of relax your head or neck if you're reading or studying or writing for a long period of time. So you're not really weight bearing through the jaw, but you're still kind of getting that tactile feedback through the side of the face. All right. Number 2 is to go through a no-chew diet. Again, simple, very similar to using a sprained ankle as an example. You're going to stay off of it. It's completely non-weight bearing. Maybe use crutches for a week or 2. For the jaw, you want to go to a non-chew diet for 1 to 2 weeks to desensitize it. Things for a no-chew diet, you can have smoothies so you can get your nutrition, lots of yogurts, lots of soups. So again, not chewing is going to desensitize it for a bit. You're going to progress for the next 2 weeks to a soft chew diet for maybe 1 meal for a couple days, then 2 meals for a couple more days, then up to 3 meals for a soft chew diet. Think pastas, and again, maybe heartier soups, no salads or anything crunchy or excessively chewy. And then for the last one, for the last several weeks, maybe over the next 2 or 3 weeks, again, you're going to progress 1 normal meal at a time and a small meal. So that's a gradual kind of exposure back to getting back to normally loading your jaw. All right. And the third thing you can do is just avoid one-sided phone calls or one-sided head tilting. A lot of people, when again they're typing, they're taking a phone call, and they're doing this, your jaw moves in the direction opposite your head. So if you're holding this for a long period of time, when you bend to the right, this side of your jaw kind of gets a little compressed. And again, that's not a bad thing, it's a normal thing, but it's only a bad thing if it sensitizes the joint and further irritates the condition. So the right side gets a little compressed and the left side gets a little overstretched. And that's again an issue if it makes one side or the other or both sides sensitive. So you want to avoid prolonged exposures or prolonged activities with your head tilted to one side. So those are 3 simple things you can do in this part 1 video to desensitize the joint. And in the next video, we'll talk about ways that you can self-treat. Okay, I'm Dr. E with Modern Manual Therapy and Modern Self-Rehab, and you have a great day.